Microsoft claim the Xbox One is the most powerful game console on the planet. They spared no expense and it was always going to be a premium priced console. Have Microsoft priced themselves out of the market, given their market share is smaller than that of Sony? Can such a price be justified in a market that is concerned more about games, price and having fun than the more PC concern of pushing more pixels no matter what the cost? Or is Xbox One X just Microsoft's own PlayStation Pro? I'm Stu from 3B, and these are my Thursday thoughts. Come the end of the first week in November, many of us, perhaps me included if I can justify it, will be sat in front of their shiny new Xbox One X consoles. Will we be playing Forza likely, as that is one of the only true 4K kinda made for Xbox One X games available at launch? Perhaps some of us will be playing one of the many patched games that allow for 4K assets and perhaps some different gameplay. One thing will be very true, we will all be $500 poorer, excluding the cost of Forza. The question is there a market for such an expensive console? Where does this truly place the Xbox One X with the current lineup, and how long is the less powerful Xbox One going to be around? Will the Xbox One X replace it anytime soon? Now technically, and I won't go into facts and figures here, but the Xbox One X is a powerful beast for a console, and given what it can do and the tech inside the box, for the price, I wonder how much or how Microsoft can turn a profit with what is really a niche, powerful console. The price is understandable in my opinion, but I believe no matter how valid the price is, only real diehards like me and many like me will likely buy it. The same in some regards was true with the PlayStation Pro. I already owned a PS4, but I wanted that bit more, that extra bit more. The key factor in the equation, however, well, in fact there is two, one is the old argument of games. The other is, to get the best from the Xbox One X, you need a 4K TV. Games, yes, they will come, but likely to be just the same games as they are in the Xbox One, but with patched with 4K textures mostly. The other is harder to address. Microsoft claim that the Xbox One X will super sample and make visuals amazing on standard 1080 HD displays. In as much as super sampling in theory works, in practice it's much harder to see or even appreciate. Yes, we can freeze images and look at the quality of the textures, but you're still seeing it in 1080. More so, most games are moving a lot, so unless you have super sampling vision in your eyes, you're unlikely to really appreciate it or even notice it. The only time I've played a game and been wowed recently was playing a HDR game in 4K. That is the only time recently I've realized we are making another step forward towards a new visual standard in gaming. Yeah, granted, you know, I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS Pro, and I understand its checkerboarding, and also that the Xbox One X is true 4K. I don't think anyone that's got a normal 1080p HD TV is going to truly see much difference from an Xbox One to the Xbox One X. It's underutilizing what the console was built to do. More so, given you need a 4K TV, it has to be a recent 4K TV with a minimum of a 10-bit panel for HDR. 10-bit panel TVs are still not cheap, granted not massively expensive, but still not cheap by most people's standards. Furthermore, the market for 4K TVs is still fairly new. I'm one of only 2 or 3 people I know that own a 4K TV. The average man in the street simply and rightly can't justify it when there is still limited 4K content, although that is getting much better in the UK than it is from the US from my experience from living in both. The Xbox One X investment to get the most from it, unless you already own a 4K TV, is likely to be much more. Is your average consumer going to do that? Will people use the Xbox One X as justification of buying a new 4K TV? Now, my feelings are that Xbox One X will sell, purchased by the tech-hungry geeks such as me. Then it will go quiet, very quiet, sales will drop. It will remain a niche product till Microsoft drop the price and begin to make it the go-to Xbox experience at a more affordable price. Now this, I believe, will coincide with cheaper 4K panels as they become readily available at a more consumer-friendly price over the next few years. So perhaps then Microsoft are playing the long game for a change, knowing that this is a product not so much for now, for the masses, but the tech-savvy few. But as price comes down and adoption of 4K TVs increases, their console will be positioned to take advantage of that market when it arises. So perhaps then Microsoft are not so stupid after all. What about Sony? What do they have up their sleeves? PlayStation 5, anyone? What do you think? Is Microsoft playing a long game? Are you going to wait to see what happens? My name is Stu, and you've been watching 3B. Thanks. Do you like clicking things and making numbers get bigger? Does the idea of clicking an imaginary bell please you? Now how about watching another video? I know you want to. Go on, see, there it is in the bottom right of your screen. Doesn't it look lovely? Now I've chosen it especially for you, so go ahead, click it. Go on, I know you want to.